Hi everyone, this is Peter from Easy Migrate in Perth, Western Australia. I wanted to have a chat to you today about temporary visas where a person is sponsored by a company. Now typically these visas will be subclasses 402, 407, 457, 482, 494. So this is important because under the current circumstances, plenty of people are losing their jobs or being put off, and there's a requirement that under these conditions on the visa, you can only work for an employer that sponsors you. That means you can't go out and get a second job driving an Uber or anywhere else for that matter that doesn't relate directly to your employment. Now these are important things because it can lead to cancellation of your visa, and who really wants that? I'm thinking nobody. So under the current circumstances, we've seen mass layoffs due to the COVID-19 drama, and there's many people out there who are now find themselves unemployed but able to access government benefits. That includes people on temporary visas, subclass 491 and 494. But the other people that I mentioned, particularly 457 and 482, 407, they are not able to access any government benefit, and the kick is they can't find work anywhere else, and even if they could find work, they're not allowed to work there because of this condition on their visa called 8107. And 8107 is a block, and it says you can't. That's it, end of story. Under any condition, you can't do that. So I wanted to have a think about how people are going to stop masses of cancellations of visas going out there, because it doesn't solve anyone's problem. It doesn't solve the employer's problem, because later on they're going to need that employee. And it certainly doesn't solve the employee's problem because they're not going to find work probably anywhere in the world, and they're going to have to try and get back to Australia after this crisis is over. So firstly, if there's going to be a temporary layoff, you must advise the Immigration Department about what's going on. If you don't, they're going to find out because they're going to see a break in the pay slips, and either through the ATO or when the person comes to apply for permanent residency and they see a big gap here, they'll say, okay, well, why weren't you working for that period of time? Important that you keep immigration advised. Now, there are things that you can do. For instance, leave without pay. You are able to take leave without pay, or your employees are able to do that. Okay, it's not perfect, but what else are you going to do in the current circumstance? You must keep a written record of what is happening. So, according to the Immigration Department policy, you need to have a formal application. That means the employee must apply to take leave without pay, and the employer must agree to it, and there must be a time limit on it. So be aware of that. You must indicate the intended period. Critically important. You can't just say, well, come back when the COVID is finished. That could be 2 years' time. That's not going to work. So there are a couple of things within 457 and 482 and 407 in particular that there's a requirement. This is for people who are about to get a visa or have just got a visa and have been laid off before they even start, is that you've got to commence employment within 90 days. That's a critical issue. So you must have at least 1 day employment within that time frame to keep yourself from having your visa cancelled. The other thing is you cannot cease work for more than 60 consecutive days. Now this also is important because it's the wording here. It says 60 consecutive days. And immigration often is very black and white. What they want to do, they put in writing, and they say consecutive days. So this would mean that if someone was off work for 58 days and then worked for 1 day, their 60 days would then start again, because the key word is consecutive. Now what I want you to do, if you're an employer, have a look at your employers and how they're going to face this particular crisis and what you can do in terms of leave without pay. And if you're an employee, you also need to understand what you can do and what you can't do. and I think that way you'll make your life a little bit easier as we go through the process. So look, if you have any questions on this, contact us, info@easymigrate.com. You can also call us 08 9221 4888, and we do have a free advisory service, so it's not going to cost you anything. Don't wait, make sure you know where you are, and if in any doubt, contact us and we can help you out. Hope this was of help to you.